Okay, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to connect a BigFix client to the BigFix server. This can certainly be a headache, and there's a few different ways to go about it. So it can be a little bit confusing, but we'll try to make it simple today. And without further ado, I will share my first virtual manager screen. This is going to be where the BigFix server is already installed and running, and this video assumes that you have gotten to that point. All right. So if you open up your BigFix server, you'll probably need to obviously click on BigFix console. And then if you go to computers, we see there's only one. And that's obviously not the end goal. We need more endpoints connected. And to do that, there's a few different options. One is to go to basically to use a wizard called the Client Deploy Tool Wizard, which can be found under Wizards here on the left-hand side. And essentially, you can add targets with IP address or host names, and then with some authentication, you can push out the package to various servers. And if you're doing a lot of servers, then that's probably the best way. This sort of assumes that things are set up and that, for example, this username and password, that you have sort of a system-wide approach that can be used. But that being said, I'm going to show a different approach, and you can decide what's best for you. So if we were to open up the C drive here, then we go to BigFix Enterprise. If we go to BES client, so this is the client that's already connected to the BigFix server, which is why it shows 1. And we can see how there's this action site file and then a bunch of other stuff. So the action site, if we click on that, is essentially a list of instructions on how to connect and what to connect to for the client. So in this case, this is the server name that I'm on right now, and it's going to use port 52311, and that's bidirectional TCP and UDP, and this needs to be open. If it is not, this will fail very quickly. So that being said, at the end of this, you have kind of like a private key type situation, private key signature, and this is how it authenticates with the BigFix client to make sure that not any random person can connect. So a little bit of security built in, and this file is something that we're going to need. So because I'm on my own sort of VM setup here and copy and paste is a little bit limited, I'm going to go about it a different way. But if you have a shared folder that the client that we're going to be installing the BigFix client on has access to, then you can just copy that file right now, and we can use that in just a moment. So what I'm going to do now is share my other VM. Okay, so I'll expand this. I hope the resolution isn't too bad. There's one other way to get the action site file, which we're going to call masthead. It's essentially interchangeable, and it's a little bit confusing because there's 2 different names for it. But on the server that you want to install the client on, you should be able to access this URL, regardless of really anything else that I've talked about in your setup. Of course, this host name is going to be the host name of the server that BigFix is installed on. But besides that, this URL should work, and it should pull up the exact same thing we looked at in the notepad earlier. So if you want to, for example, if it's hard to copy and paste or transfer a file, then you can really just copy this. And then if you open up Notepad, you can paste it in and then save as. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because you want to make sure that it's called masthead.afxm. And you need to change this option to be all files, because if you don't, then what's going to happen is it's going to save it as a text file that has the .afxm as part of the file name instead of the file extension. So save it wherever you want to. It needs to end up in the same folder as the executable, which we'll get to in just a second. So for now, I've already put these in the same folder. But again, so make sure it's called masthead, all undercase .afxm, and then if you go over to type, double check to make sure it is type AFXM. Okay, so now let's get this BigFix client. This is available very easily. So if we go to the BigFix download center, then we just go down to the other components of version 11.0, and maybe different when you watch this video. But we'll go to the release page. We'll scroll down just a little bit past the relays to the agent, and we can see how there are a lot of different options for where we can install the agent. And we're going to just select download. I've already done it. But that being said, you want to put that in the same folder as the masthead file. And again, I know I'm saying this a few times, but I can't stress it enough. It needs to be in the same folder, but it doesn't matter where the folder is. So once you have that, you should have something that hopefully resembles more or less what I have with just these two files in it. And we're going to just go ahead and select the executable and run it. So because I've installed it fairly recently in my practice runs, this may not look exactly the same as yours, but I'm hoping it will look similar enough. So we're going to accept the defaults here. So yeah, it looks like there's some remnants. I didn't remove it all the way, but essentially it will just give you an install option. And you really just want to accept the defaults for everything. Don't try to change where the paths are or anything like that. And you'll install it, or in my case, reinstall it. And then it's done. So it should just take 15 seconds or less. It's a really small file. And if you want to double check it's running, you can go to services and you can look at BES client, and it's set to run automatically, which is what it should be. Please don't change that. And that being said, let's take a look at our other VM and see if it's reporting in. Computers on the left-hand side here, and we can see we now have two servers that are reporting in. So the one we just added is now there, and we can see that there's just the basic information about it, how much free space, the subnet, so on and so forth. And from here, we can start doing things with ILMT and whatever else you have planned for BigFix. So that's the way to do it for Windows. I hope that's helpful. If it didn't work, then it's probably a connection issue. So double check that the port 52311 is open. Try to ping the server that you're trying to connect to, as well as the IP address of that server. And that's probably the best place to start. And good luck. This stuff can be tricky, but with some perseverance, it is certainly possible. So thank you.